happened here? All right, we got busy for a couple of days, but we're back and got the handlebars off. Right now we're gonna go after carburetors, get those off, and then hopefully we can see how to take the head off with keeping it in the motor. I was also thinking about it, in the head gasket could also be part of the issue with it not starting, or low compression, which will come from the head gasket. And I can see this other gasket on top, this kind of like two, just ripped off in my hand. So I'm really hoping that that's the problem, because that's a couple dollar fix and then we're good to go. But yeah, let's get started. All right, carburetors are out. It looks like I'm gonna have plenty of room to work with, I hope. So yeah, let's start cracking into the motor. Well, I forgot, I should probably drain the oil before I do this, and conveniently, in order to get to the oil drain plug, I have to take the whole exhaust off. So I guess we're doing that. Okay, to get the exhaust off, I have to get all these bolts out, and all of them are pretty much rusted in. And after the first two, I'm already kind of pissed off. So I think there's a way I can sneak around it and get the drain bolt out. It's just gonna be kind of tedious, but I think it's gonna be less so than taking the exhaust off. So I'm gonna do that. All right, oil's draining now. So it actually doesn't look too bad, but it definitely was in need of an oil change, so we're gonna do that one anyway. But I think that's the last pain in the ass thing for me to do, and now I can start doing the fun stuff. Looks relatively fresh, which is good. Maybe we could reuse it. I'll have to check it out. But I think that's everything out. All right, fluids are drained. I don't know why I chose to work on this in my shed and not in a garage or in a shop or lots of other places I have access to, but maybe I'm not that intelligent. I don't know. But anyway, we're gonna get started. That gasket is completely gone. It's just falling apart. So I think we're probably gonna have to do gaskets for the entire bike. That's okay. I'm up for it. All right, there we go. Dual overhead cam. Got both our camshafts here. This gasket's toast as well. That's good. We'll replace that anyway. Yeah. Next step, go lower. All right. You know what? It's getting late. I got some other schoolwork stuff to do, so I think I'm gonna call it for today. We've gotten down to the camshafts. That's great. I'm gonna do some research on what I need to order for this gasket wise. I think it's just gaskets that this thing needs. Everything else is looking really clean. But I'll be back here soon, maybe even in the middle of the night tonight when I can't sleep and it's all I can think about. Yeah, we'll see you then. All right, we're back. I'm a little bit sick, so I'm gonna skip all the pointless talking and let's just tear right in and get going. gonna clamp this on here bad, but I've learned you kind of want to keep the timing chain up above for when I pull out the camshafts, because when these things are gone, camshafts are gone, and you drop your chain down into the motor, that's a real pain in the ass. I've never done it on a 4-cylinder bike like this with dual overhead cams, but on KTMs and Yamahas, it's a real pain. So I'm just gonna take a precaution and leave this guy loosely on here just to hold this up. All right, first camshaft's out. What I did notice is there isn't, like how there's spacers here and here. There wasn't any on this side, and there are on the other 3 corners. So I don't know if those were missing, or if I'm clumsy and dropped them somewhere, but should probably get new ones of those. But overall, camshaft's not bad. It's a little, yeah, I'll reuse the same one probably. Sweet. Alright, remember how I said I didn't need to take the exhaust off because it was a pain in the ass at the time and none of the bolts were moving? Well, I kind of need to take the exhaust off plus like everything else. So where I have a lot of room here, I have lots of room to work, but on the front end, there's a lot of bolts that are still holding it together, and I don't have a lot of room over there. And sadly, that's where I need to get, is over there. I can do it. It's just, I will probably feel like I'm grinding my head against a cheese grater, but I'm working in a shed. What do you expect? I will not be doing that again. It's off of there. Holy crap. You can actually see now with the exhaust. There's this little hose clamp you can kind of see. You probably can't. But that's probably where I'm going to disconnect this muffler so I can make it sound annoying to all the neighbors. Alright, these last 2 bolts right here are going to be for the cam chain tensioner, which I think should be the last piece that I need to remove. This guy on this side, and then there's the long part on this side. And after that, I believe I've gotten everything and can pop this right off. Well, if this wants to comply, then we will get it out. There we go. Get it out up through the top. And there's your tensioner as well. All right, here's the exciting moment. I'm gonna drip oil all over the floors, as you should, because it's just a shed that I'm in. I've realized something. I first need to take this little guy off, and then I'll be good to go. Okay, I've just disconnected it from up top at the tack, so now we should be good to go. Nope, but it's still gonna hit. Okay, take 3 or 4 or whatever. Yes. I have done a thing. All right, we have revealed the cylinders. This is the shitty head gasket. You can actually see this is the corner that we were seeing oil seep from. and it clearly is. But yeah, this is the shitty old head gasket that's kind of falling apart everywhere. So this is really as far down as we're going to go into the motor. We don't have to do anything in the bottom end. It shifts amazing, and there's no leaks or anything down there. Not even, I think clutch cover gaskets were newer anyway when it was last serviced. But this might be original. Probably is. So yeah, now it's parts ordering time. Also, cylinder walls are looking great, so that's another good thing. All right, so now what we're gonna do is just take a little brake clean, spray it on a rag. Don't need a whole lot, but I'm just trying to clean up in and around the top of the cylinders, not in them. So that's why I'm spraying right on the rag. Don't want to get anything in there, but yeah, we're just gonna make it shined up and look a bit nicer and get all this dirt out of there so nothing falls in. Now I'm kind of staying away from getting in and around here near the cylinder walls. I will get all this stuff cleaned. I'm just going to use a bit of a safer degreaser, just you know, to be extra safe. I don't know if brake clean's the best to put in your cylinders because, well, I'm a kid building a motorcycle in my shed. So yeah, but I'll do my research and then we'll get this all nice and shined up. I'm also going to clean the whole front of the motor down here. This doesn't have, like dirt bikes do, a front skid plate because the exhaust comes out of 4 ports up here and runs down this way. So there's no skid plate here. So this has all the dirt that you've ever run through caked into it. So I'm going to get this all cleaned and shined up as well. Okay. I think it was a successful, productive day. We got the head off, it's over there. And yeah, just looking through my list of problems now, other than the head gasket, it's only electronics left to do, which I don't really want to do till the end when I have it all kind of looking the way I want. So now I think it's time to start the cool stuff. But I think we're gonna stop for today. It's a good ending point, and I'm hungry and I want to go eat. So yeah, thanks for watching.